Lesson: Doctrine of Substantial Performance, Common Law Jurisdictions. The doctrine of substantial performance is a pivotal concept in contract law within common law jurisdictions. It provides a nuanced approach to understanding and dealing with breaches of contract, offering a middle ground between the binary outcomes of full performance and outright breach. This doctrine is particularly relevant to professionals involved in contract management and litigation, as it allows for more flexible outcomes in disputes over contractual obligations. By exploring this doctrine with actionable insights and practical tools, professionals can better navigate the complexities of contract law and enhance their proficiency in dealing with real-world challenges. At its core, the doctrine of substantial performance addresses situations where a party fulfills enough of its contractual obligations to warrant payment, even if there are minor defects or deviations from the agreed terms. This doctrine recognizes that demanding perfect performance in every instance may be impractical and inequitable, especially in complex contracts where minor discrepancies do not undermine the overall value of what was contracted. As such, substantial performance can mitigate the harsh results that would arise from a strict application of the perfect tender rule, which requires complete and perfect performance for discharge of contractual duties. The practical application of the doctrine of substantial performance involves determining when a breach is substantial enough to excuse the non-breaching party from their obligations. This determination is often made by considering the purpose of the contract, the extent to which the benefit of the contract has been received, and the degree to which the defect can be remedied without undue cost or inconvenience. For instance, in the landmark case of Jacob and Youngs v. Kent, the court held that the contractor substantially performed the contract even though they used the wrong brand of pipe, as the deviation was minor and did not significantly impact the value or purpose of the construction. To effectively apply the doctrine of substantial performance, professionals can utilize a framework that involves several key steps. Firstly, they should conduct a thorough analysis of the contract to identify the essential terms and objectives. Understanding the primary purpose of the contract can help distinguish between major and minor breaches. Secondly, they should assess the significance of the deviation from the contractual terms. This involves evaluating whether the defect affects the overall value or utility of the contract. Thirdly, they can consider the feasibility and cost of remedying the defect. If the defect can be easily corrected without significant expense, this may weigh in favor of finding substantial performance. Lastly, professionals should examine any potential waiver or estoppel issues, as the conduct of the parties may impact their rights and obligations under the doctrine of substantial performance. Incorporating practical tools, such as contract performance checklists, can further enhance the application of this framework. These checklists can guide contract managers in systematically evaluating the performance of contractual obligations and identifying potential issues early. For instance, a checklist might include items such as verifying the delivery of goods or services, assessing compliance with specifications, and documenting any deviations or defects. By using such tools, professionals can proactively address performance issues and reduce the likelihood of disputes over substantial performance. Case studies provide valuable insights into the application of the doctrine of substantial performance in real-world scenarios. For example, in the case of Plant v. Jacobs, the court found substantial performance where there were minor deviations in the construction of a home, such as a misplaced wall that did not significantly alter the functionality or value of the property. This case illustrates how courts may prioritize the overall purpose and benefit of a contract over strict adherence to every detail. Similarly, in the case of Dakin and Co. Ltd v. Lee, substantial performance was recognized despite minor defects in construction, as the primary objective of the contract was achieved. Statistics also highlight the practical relevance of the doctrine of substantial performance. Research indicates that a significant proportion of contract disputes involve issues related to performance deviations, underscoring the importance of understanding and applying this doctrine effectively. By recognizing situations where substantial performance is applicable, professionals can facilitate more equitable resolutions to disputes and minimize the risk of costly litigation. In conclusion, the doctrine of substantial performance offers a flexible and equitable approach to addressing breaches of contract in common law jurisdictions. By emphasizing the primary purpose of the contract and the overall benefit received, this doctrine allows for more nuanced outcomes that reflect the realities of contractual relationships. Professionals can enhance their proficiency in this area by applying a structured framework to evaluate performance deviations, utilizing practical tools such as performance checklists and learning from relevant case studies. Ultimately, a deep understanding of the doctrine of substantial performance and its practical applications can empower professionals to navigate complex contractual disputes with confidence and achieve fair and effective resolutions.